Sunday Night Football, the final game of the regular season. The Detroit Lions playing their way into prime time in the final primetime game at Lambeau Field, a place where the Lions have had a difficult time winning pretty much forever, but especially the last 30, 35 years. Packers are 4.5-point favorites. For the Packers, we know it's winning in. For the Lions, it depends upon whether or not the Seahawks win or lose. Seahawks win, Lions are done. Seahawks lose, Lions are alive. Either way, it's going to be kneecap-biting time. The Lions see this, in my estimation, as an opportunity to lay the foundation for next year, an opportunity to flex their muscle and let everyone see what they're going to have to deal with in the NFL come 2023. So, Chris, against that backdrop, do you like the Packers to win? Pressure's on them. Do you like them to win? Do you like them to cover? 4.5 with an over-under of 49.
Well, I agree everything you said with the Lions. Like, Seattle, win or lose, I don't think we're going to affect them to the point to where everybody thinks it is. There's a part of me, too, that just make them more loose and go out there and go, oh, damn, we weren't going to call this flea flicker in this situation, but we'll call it now. So what? We can't lose the game or not go to the playoffs because of this. There is something to that. Yeah, the pressure is on the Packers there. I do think that this is going to be a game about throwing the football. I will say that. It's another game I went back and watched, Mike. Their first matchup, I believe that was week 9, right? And the one thing that jumped out to me, was when the Packers offense was struggling, right? Rodgers was not playing good football. About as bad a football as I've ever seen him play during that period. And that game might have been the worst game I've ever seen him play. I mean, he threw 2 interceptions on the 1-yard line. Threw another one when they were in, red zone fringe. Should have been a touchdown. He late to throw it, threw it behind the guy. Left plays and yards all over the field. It was really one of those games where I went back and I went, he should have thrown for 450 yards and four touchdowns in this game. I don't think they're going to make the same mistake this time. And Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs are more of a part of the equation. Watson was not a part of the equation at that point. So that changes the dynamic there. They couldn't run the ball all that well in Detroit. Detroit, in the middle of their defense, is stout. If you're going to run the ball, it's on the edge. I think they're going to play defenses to kind of sell out to stop the run. I do. And I just think Green Bay is going to be forced to go, okay, we got to throw it. And I think they're going to be able to throw it with success against this Lions team. I think the other side of the ball, I almost see it the same way, Mike. The Packers totally sold out to stop the Lions' run the first time. 6, 8, 9 guys at the line of scrimmage a lot of the time during the game. They had a good feel for the pass game, but I felt like the Lions relied on the run game a little too much. I think this is a game where the ball goes into both of the quarterbacks' hands, and they go, we're going to win it with the passing game. And I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers because of that. I think with his weapons, that bad Detroit pass defense, in Green Bay, I'm going to take them 28-24.
Temperature is going to be between 25 and 30 degrees at kickoff. Weather's always a factor in January at Lambeau Field, but it looks like it won't be a major issue. I'm amazed you've taken the Packers by 4. I've got 27-23. And again, this is another one of those pick one team to win, the other team to cover, because then the Lions would cover by a half point. I really do think the Lions are more dangerous if they're eliminated. And I think the Packers will be more nervous, more tight if the Lions are eliminated. Because it's that whole, when they have nothing to lose, they play well. They finally have something to lose after all these weeks of digging out. The Packers are finally in the driver's seat. It's one thing to say, we're just going out and cutting it loose. We're done. Nobody expects us to be anything. Now you're expected to win. You're expected to make it to the playoffs. If it does come down to a true playoff game, either way, I think the Packers are going to be a little tight here. I think the Lions could win. I almost picked the Lions to win, but I do think it's more dangerous for the Packers if they know the Lions are done, because then it's even more embarrassing to blow your opportunity to get to the playoffs when you lost to a team that was done. Yeah, that's what I was trying to articulate. Either way, we agree.
Yep.
Packers win, but I won't be surprised if the Lions pull it off.
I won't either. The Lions offense, it's got answers for everything. I was shocked, one, like I said, Green Bay, how they sold out on the run, and then sold out in the run, Mike, and played it in a way in the back end where even though they had a lot of people, they obviously had a good feel for the Lions passing game. That's the one thing that jumped out to me. where they were comfortable, like, wait, we can play blitz and cover 3, and we know who's going where, and we can play it that way. But I would think Ben Johnson and them have some answers for how they were played that first time around. And I'm expecting some big-time air yards in this one. I think it could be fun to watch. Thanks for watching, homies. Hit subscribe to see all my unbuttoned videos. You get to see me, Ahmed Fareed, all the big player breakdowns, game breakdowns, player interviews, and my film analysis. So please subscribe. Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Peace out.